Hi there, how you doing? If you want to update the firmware on your avatar, it's pronounced avatar rather than Avata. What you need to do, the best thing to do, I'd suggest, is to go to the Assistant 2 from the DJI website. But you want the one for drones and what's it called? Consumer Drone Series. You don't want the FPV one. Which was my mistake. That's why I couldn't get it to work. I thought, why is it not recognising that I plugged this in to the computer? That's because I had the wrong assistant. You would imagine it would be the FPV, but the avatar is in the Assistant 2 brackets Consumer Drone Series. Okay, so you download that. Found it a lot easier to download it on Windows than my Mac. My Mac I gave up trying to download it onto my Mac. So did it via Windows. I have the two computers side by side. You then have to put your little USB-C into the little orifice down in there. The drone needs to be on. I would suggest you switch the drone on. Make sure there's no controllers switched on at the same time, so there's no risk of starting the motors up whilst you're fiddling around with your fingers in there. So switch it on. Open up the door, because when you switch on there is a little bit of movement from the props, I'm sure you know that. So switch on so it finishes doing that, and then open up the drawer and stick your USB-C into the socket. It's quite fiddly, but you can do it with a bit of fiddling around. And then hopefully when you plug the USB into your computer, the cable into the computer then sees the avatars there. The reason I've done that is I've been getting these horizontal lines on the screen, on the recordings, occasionally. And DJI have advised that I update or replace the firmware in all the, the goggles in the drone and stuff like that, and the controller. If you do it via the app, you can't override it. It just tells you that you're up to date. So by going to the assistant, you can actually sort of re-put on the firmware, if that makes sense. So the key thing is you don't use the DJI Assistant for FPV. You use the one labelled for drones, for Consumer Drone Series, and the avatars in there. Okay, thank you for watching. Hopefully that will save you hours, like it's taken me to sort this out. And it remains to be seen whether those horizontal lines have gone. But it's stage 1 of the process of differential diagnosis. Okay, hope that helps you. Cheers now, bye.